Hey guys, so I'm here back with another video. Before we start, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me on TikTok as well as both my Instagram pages, Official Lay 15 and Blends of Paradise. So on today, I'm going to be making some baby llama beans. It's on the crock pot. But before we start in the crock pot, we have to soak the beans. So you have two ways you can soak these beans. You can do it overnight in a bowl of water and place it in the fridge. Or you could do it over the stove and you let it boil for about 2 to 3 minutes until you see a boil, and then you turn it off and let it sit for an hour. That's the fastest way, and I feel like honestly it's the better way to not only get your beans cooking if you're going to do it in a crock pot, because it takes time. I'm going to pour everything in. You start with some cold water because you want it to boil. Anytime you cook, you start with cold water. So you pour it in. Okay. And then we're going to let this come to a boil. I'll show you when it comes to a boil, and then we're going to let it sit. And then we'll be back with placing everything inside of the crock pot with the other ingredients. Okay guys, so as you see it's boiling, I'm going to turn the fire off. You see that it's boiling. I also stirred it a little bit. And now what we're going to do is we're going to sit the lid on top of it. And we're going to let it sit for about an hour. So whatever time you start, you let it sit for an hour, let it soak. And then you move on to the next step. Okay guys, so it's been sitting for an hour now. As you can see, it's not done. But you can see it's more... it has fluffed up the beans from the boil. So I'm going to drain. So y'all can see me drain. I don't want to spill the beans. Alright, that's better. And what we're going to do is, after we drain everything, we're going to rinse it one good time. Rinse. You don't get any excess stuff off the beans. Okay, and you see it's pretty clear. And then I'm going to finish rinsing this off, and then we're going to move on to the crock pot. Okay guys, so we're going to add our beans in. And then I have some smoked turkey necks that we're going to add inside. That's going to give it a whole lot of flavor. I just use half the pack, guys, because I don't need that much meat in it. Okay, I have some garlic. Okay, some onion. This was one medium-sized onion. Okay, I have some fresh thyme, which I told you I freeze my herbs so they don't go bad. So we're gonna throw some thyme inside of there. Need that much. And we'll pick the the stems out later on. And then I have some oregano. Mine is frozen, so you just gotta like break a nice piece off. Okay. We're gonna take the stems out later, and then we're gonna add our seasonings. Okay, so first we have some seasoned salt, some lawrys. Okay. We have some onion powder. Some garlic powder. Okay, we have some black pepper. Okay, we have some veggie seasoning. Told you I use this for mad different recipes. Okay, We have some perfect seasoning, Goya. And then our last one we have is some chicken bouillon. We're not going to use a lot of this because remember we added seasoned salt and this is salty. So just a couple of sprinkles. Okay. Now we're going to add some water. Okay. You don't want to put too much water because you don't want it to, you want it to be creamy. So, sorry, my hand is in the way. I feel like that's it. And if you need to add more water, then you just add more water as you go. And then, guys, we're going to stir this up. Get the seasonings in there. I love me some lima beans. You can eat it with white rice. I also like to eat it with like cornbread, but right now I'm not eating those things, so I'm gonna just eat the beans and probably a salad on the side and be good to go. And then you got your meat inside as well. So what I'd like to do at the end is I like to break the meat apart and remove the bone, and that's it. So then we're gonna add the lid on and we're gonna allow us to cook, guys. It's the crock pot, so if you know about the crock pot, it takes a while to cook, but I don't have nothing to do, and this will cook for a good 6 hours. Let's say we're gonna leave this in here for 6, maybe 7 hours. It depends. Like, I just let it cook all day. Not all day, but you know, just let it cook for about the 6 hour mark, and then I'll check it and see how it looks. Okay, so we'll be back with the finishing touches. Alright guys, hey, the beans are done. These are mini white llama beans with some smoked turkey neck bone inside. And like I said earlier, I literally let it cook all day. So it been in the crock pot from like 3 o'clock to about like now. But it been done already a little bit, but it was, you know, if it's hot, it's still cooking. But I like the slow process because it just comes out so good. So there you go, guys. Some llama beans. This is a good comfort meal, and you got your beans and you got your meat, so it can be definitely filling. But you can also add like white rice to it if you want to, some cornbread or some toast, like some crackers, like whatever you like to use when it comes to like any bean soups. Okay, so I am done. Like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube, Blends of Paradise, as well as to my TikTok, both my Instagram pages, Blends of Paradise and Official A15. I see you soon in the next video. Have a good night.